All right, we're live. This time around, we're hanging with Mr. Cooper, right? So probably haven't heard that reference in a long time. But let me introduce Dave to everyone that doesn't know him. He's the managing director of Connecticut Valley Homes, as well as the founder of DaveCooper.live. So he's got some incredible videos he's been sharing, in his own words, kind of doing the Bob Vila thing online in today's day and age. But Dave, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, I'm glad to be here. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. I know your time is incredibly valuable, and today's topic of discussion is probably a little heavier one that we're probably going into a lot of detail, so I don't want to waste too much time. Why don't you just tell everybody a little about yourself? Let's turn your baseball card around and tell us about your history and what you've been doing lately.
Sure. So for the last 20 years, or just about almost, I've been a modular home builder. So I have been in the offsite construction industry for, it's hard to believe, almost 20 years. Just doing modular homes. I'm the managing director of Connecticut Valley Homes, which is in Connecticut, and we have 3 locations, and we service all Connecticut, Rhode Island, and then we do a lot of the islands off of the coast in the Long Island Sounds. We do a lot of building out there. During that process, and why I'm speaking with you guys today, is I started doing a vlog called the Modular Home Minute, and that vlog was just about me showing people the value of what we do as a home builder. So I was going in the houses, I was interviewing and doing pictures and videos of our homes, I was interviewing our trades, and it just became this thing online where it blew up, where people were really enjoying it.
Right.
But the value of all of it, what I've learned was people started coming into our office and going, "Hey, you're the guy on video, or you're the guy on TV." And that's kind of what spawned all the video stuff, and it really started taking off. And we were finding that doing all this video, we were skipping the sales step of the intro, number one, and people were walking in feeling like they already knew us. So we were building relationships without even knowing we were building relationships. I was just this guy with a cell phone running through my house, and that's where I said, like Bob Vila, right? Cell phone.
Yeah.
So that spawned into me starting to do interviews, and I started doing interviews just with our suppliers, like James Hardy Siding,
Sure.
or CertainTeed, or anybody that supplies our product. And as I started doing these interviews, it started growing more and more and more, and that's what spawned DaveCooper.live. So as an overview and a recap, somehow I've become the video guy in the offsite construction industry.
Right.
And what I really love to do, based on what I learned with modular homes, vlogging, was connecting people to grow ideas, to deliver different results in this industry, right? And that's why we're talking today. We got all kinds of problems in our industry.
Yeah.
But they're good problems. There's
Yeah.
only one way to go, and that's up, and we can talk about that.
Yeah, absolutely. Well said. So just to kind of brag about you for a little bit, you recently won 3 NAHB awards. Absolutely incredible. So not 1, not 2, but 3. Getting my LeBron James on a little bit. But so 2 of them, and correct me if I'm wrong, 2 of them were for home design and one's for excellence in marketing, which obviously is the main topic of discussion for today, right? So I don't want to diminish the importance of the first 2 awards, of course, but let's talk about the marketing one really quickly, especially when it comes to the end consumer. So walk us through, I guess, how Connecticut Valley Homes is leveraging, video and vlogging to their benefit.
Yeah, for sure. So I touched on it just a minute ago a little bit, right? What we learned from doing the video and vlogging was that people were getting to know us on their time when they were ready to learn about construction, right? In this industry, I'm not a vlog like a Casey Neistat where somebody's
Sure.
going to follow me and want to know every little thing I do with my kids or what have you. People want what they want when they want it in the home building industry, and it's not really about likes and views. They're looking for the information when they want it. So what we've learned is by having the vlogs, by putting ourselves out there so people can kind of get to know us without knowing us on their time after third shift, cup of coffee, 4 a.m., whenever, it doesn't matter. That's been the value for us, is we were building relationships without knowing we were doing it.
Yeah, and that obviously impacts the frontline aspect of your sales, right? So you even brought it up where they know you guys and they feel incredibly comfortable walking into either like a showroom or subdivision or what have you. So kind of walk us through that and how, I guess like how it's benefited, and specific examples if you have, how it's benefited the front end sales cycle.
Yeah, sure. So give you an idea. When we started doing this, it was probably about 6 to 8 months before we actually started feeling anything coming from it, right? So somebody walks through the door, I go to greet them, and all of a sudden they stop and they stare at you and say, "Hey, you're the guy on TV, or you're
Sure.
the guy on video or YouTube or what have you." And then they pause for a minute and then they start saying, "My wife and I have watched all your videos. You know that White House with the James Hardy siding, and you did the white shaker cabinets with the quartz countertop. She absolutely loves it," right? So they started selling me our products.
Sure.
And that's kind of where it sped up the cycle, because normally they come in and, "Hey, I'm Dave, and how can I help you, blah blah blah
Sure.
blah." This way they come in and start spewing all these ideas because they're so excited to be talking to you, because you've built yourself somewhat as an expert in their eyes because you're willing to put yourself out.
So you said it took about 6 to 8 months to see a return on this. Did you ever doubt its effectiveness, or were you committed and bought in from day one?
Oh man, if you heard my keynote, I go through the whole story on how I got started with this, right? I was not bought in day one. I was kind of pushed and prodded like cattle going through the gate to do it when our social media ninja Angel asked us to do it. And I have to say that she basically said it like this. And this is 4 years ago now. She said, "Dave, it's gonna help your search engine optimization, right?" She said, "Dave, everything's going to audio and video." Right? This is 4 years ago.
Sure.
Then she started going Siri, Echo, Hi Google, all of those things, right? And she started working through it. And she actually said to me, she goes, "And it will change the way you do business." And I said to Angel, I'm like, "All right, so let me get this straight. It's going to help our search engines. It's going to change the way we do business. Everything's going to audio and video, Google, Siri, all these things." And she just kept going, "Uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh." So I went out and I did it. And I did it scared. It was the scariest thing in the world, because on top of that, she said, "You have to do live feeds." I said, "What?"
Yeah.
I'm not just do a video, but she wanted me to go live because that was the big thing on Facebook.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if people are going to do this, even to this day, even being on with you guys, I'm always a little bit nervous. That's what makes it fun.
Yeah. At what point did it shift for you where you're like, okay, I see what's happening here?
That first day, somebody walked in the door and they were talking to me as if I met them before.
It's funny because you even said like, hey, like I was scared in the beginning, and I think that's probably where a lot of builders, that are afraid to do something like this or don't have the experience. Like I guess what kind of tips can you share about just getting like started? Like, do you think they should hire someone on to kind of nudge them like you did? Like, what do you think the best methodology would be to, just get started?
Yeah, well, I mean, that's it right there, right? Just it's kind of like the Nike, just do it.
Yeah.
I say do it scared, because you're gonna do it. Everybody's very self-conscious, right? And they're scared what people are gonna think about them. What I have found when I put videos out is they're more interested in the content versus my collar being stuck up on one side, or my hair's out of place. It's about the content. People are hungry for content. They're hungry for real stuff. If you think
Sure.
reality TV is huge today,
Sure.
especially the younger generations, the millennials, they don't want canned marketing. They just don't want it. They don't like it. Messing up live is good. It really is, and that's what I learned in doing it scared. Now, with that said, not everybody's meant for video, right? So, but they might be meant for vlogging, for a podcast, for a blog, right? Whatever the 3 or 4 platforms are.
Sure.
But if you're not meant for video, you need to have somebody do videos that it's in the organization that can help you with it. But you got to put out content. If you're not putting out content, especially audio and visual, this day and age, you're going to be irrelevant in the next 5-10 years.
I agree. How much time do you commit to on a daily or weekly basis to that?
To the video?
Correct.
It's an everyday event, 7 days a week for me right now. It could be anywhere from 2-3 hours a day to sometimes after I'm done with my regular job, I'm up till 1-2 in the morning, getting stuff ready.
Yeah. What do you tell a builder that says, just, spitballing here, is what do you tell a builder that says like, "Dave, I get it, man, but I'm like super busy right now. It's the greatest time in home building. Like, I don't have 2-3 hours for my family, let alone to like put together some videos." What do you tell that individual?
Yeah. So let me step back a couple steps here. For me personally, that's what it's taking, because I'm not only doing the videos for the company, I now have the whole Dave Cooper Live.
Understood.
for the stuff for the company, for a home builder who's looking to increase their sales and speed up the sales process during the courting period with a customer, listen, it's live feeds. You don't have to think it through. If you're on a job site, pull out the phone, power's in your pocket, pull it out, hold it up, hit the record button, do it live. You're done in 30 seconds. Do it everywhere you go. Do it in your sales meetings. Do it with everybody. Interview one of your staff. So it doesn't take that much time. There is literally no excuse. And I say to everybody, if you're a CEO or you own a business and you're not up to speed with social media, something that almost changed our entire democracy, right?
Sure.
Facebook is in Congress, for God's sake.
I know.
You're going to lose out. You got to do it.
I think it also humanizes the buying process, right? So like you see the individual, building a home talk about like, all right, here's where, we kind of messed up and we're going to fix it. Like, it's not a big deal because,
right.
you're building a house. But here's another
Right.
question. I guess, what should builders be wary of when it comes to this form of marketing? What's like some landmines they should avoid?
Yeah, well, for sure. Make sure you're doing the right thing, because if you have your product in the background and let's say your Tyvek isn't taped right or,
Right.
flashed around the windows properly,
Yeah.
I have been called out on things. We do modular. And so when I do a modular set, sometimes everything's not perfect because it came down the highway. We have to fix some things, but
Sure.
you're putting it out there, the viewers, and you might have some people that are in the house wrap industry. But it's also good because it gives you a chance to communicate and respond. I find a lot of times negative things that are said when they want to nitpick something that I'm doing or in the background. Not me personally. I've never been nitpicked personally. It's given me a chance to open a conversation. And a lot of those people that I open with, it turned into a whole different scenario. So it's interesting.
Where do you go from here? I know you've talked about just kind of your personal, professional development. It sounds like this has opened a lot of doors for you professionally. What's the next step? Where are you taking this thing?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm always probably going to be in the home building world, especially offsite and modular, but it has opened a lot of doors on the media side. So you'll find me at a lot of the trade shows now representing companies. They want me to do interviews with customers, so I'll be in their booths. They'd have me there doing my live feeds with them, or just regular interviews talking about their products. And it's a platform for me to kind of share the message of, our labor issues that we're having and skilled labor issues. And that's really been a platform that's been a blessing for me personally, because it's given me a voice. In the world of modular and offsite construction, we've always been the tail on the donkey for a lot of years. But all of a sudden, the pendulum has shifted, right? I always quote Margaret Whelan. She's a big financial person in this industry, and I think she's raised over a couple $1 billion for the big home builders in the country. And she says there's PMS in this industry, pale, male, and stale. And she's right. She is right. I use it all the time, but it's true. Now that we're having a skilled labor issue, it's been kind of fun to promote this, because the bigger players at the top pockets are getting hurt by it. They can't get the houses built. And if they can get them built, they're not built to the same quality, which causes legal issues, especially if you're one of these home builders doing 20, 30, 50,000 houses across the country.
Sure. Dave, last one for me, if it's okay. I know
Yeah,
I don't want to take anything away from your keynotes, and I don't want you to,
That's okay.
but what's one awesome best practice that you normally share during your conferences that you can share with our listeners today?
Yeah. So if you're going to get into this, the best practice, thank somebody. It's that simple. Walk up to one of your employees who's doing some great work on your house or in the office, and pull out your phone and just say, "Hey, everybody, this is Tracy, and she's been awesome. She handles all of our site work or sheetrock or whatever, or back office stuff." And just say, "I just wanted to publicly thank you for everything you do in the company." It's that simple. You gain respect from the audience that's watching it, people that want to work with you, because you're if it's genuine, it's great, and they get to know your staff, and it's real people. So just say thank you.
That's an awesome best practice. And Dave, before we let you go, if people are listening to this, want to learn more about what you're doing, want to speak to you or hear you speak, how could they get in contact with you? How could they follow what you're doing?
Sure. So LinkedIn is definitely the best place to find me, davecooper.live on LinkedIn. I also have the YouTube, or Connecticut Valley Homes. I am a keynote speaker in Tech Bites out in Las Vegas at IBS this year.
Awesome.
And
we'll be there.
I'll be all over. I'm in Denver next month. I'm at IBS in 2 weeks. IWBC, I'm sorry, in 2 weeks up in Boston for the wood-based show. So you'll find me, Dave Cooper.
Absolutely. Dave, thank you so much. Dave Cooper, once again, Managing Director of Connecticut Valley Homes, as well as founder of Dave Cooper Live. I'm sure we'll see each other in the next coming months. But Dave, thank you again for jumping on and speaking with us today.
Hey, listen, thanks for having me, guys. You guys are rocking it. So appreciate all the attention you give me. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thanks, Dave.
You're welcome.